All right, so viewers, we are so sorry. I guess our sound is not sounding today. We are having so much. Okay. All right, so viewers, we are so sorry. I guess our sound is not sounding today. We are having so much. All right, so viewers, we are so sorry. All right. Again, thank you all for joining us live. We are so sorry we are having a technical glitch, so forgive us. We are transitioning from our previous location to a new location, so things are just messing us up. But today, no matter what, we must have a show. Thank you again for joining us live today for We Need to Talk. My name is OWUSUA TV, and I have my returning guest, Auntie Erica, also with us. And today we are talking all things ladies. Ladies, we know that this month we celebrated International Women's Day, so of course we have to acknowledge women. And without women, I'm not sure any of us would be here, because for us to even get here is women, right? So to get the conversation started, I asked Auntie Erica, what does it mean when we say woman? Is a woman defined by the way we dress? Is it by the way we are born, our features, or is it by, unfortunately nowadays, people go by how they feel? So when we say a woman, what is it? Is it somebody that dresses a certain way, or somebody that just feels like they're a woman?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
A woman is not defined by the way somebody dresses. No. Everybody can dress like a woman, but that does not make that person a woman. A woman is born with certain features like breasts and some, parts, which is different from men's stuff also. And also, a woman's supposed to be more flexible. Not all women are flexible,
Okay.
but in a certain way, when you see a woman, definitely you're supposed to know that this is really a woman.
Okay, thank you so much. I wanted us to define that before we start our conversation, because we now live in a day and in a generation where people, even people born with male biological features, are saying that they're women. So today our conversation is strictly to biologically born females. That is what we are talking about. We're going to talk about our roles and our accomplishments. So my next question for you, Mama America, is what roles do we as women play in our family?
The roles we play in our family as a or in the society.
In our family first, and then we'll talk about the society.
A woman's supposed to, it's supposed to be a helper.
Okay.
It's supposed to support the husband, and also because first of all, God created a woman to be a supporter, to support the husband or a man. So if you are a woman and you are in the family, you're supposed to make sure that you are supporting the whole family, your children, your husband, and just like that, because
Members of the family. Okay.
yes, and all the members of the family to support them.
All right, thank you. So please, one of the things that I really wanted to emphasize on the show today, in the past week I put a question, a short video out there, and I was asking a question, and somebody responded with a comment, and I think that person thought I was being sarcastic. But one thing that I want the viewers to know, even as I sit here and I talk to guests, me myself, I'm learning as well.
Yes.
So I'm not just throwing information out there just because I already know and I want people to know. No, this is a learning experience for myself and for my viewers. So please do know that when I ask questions, I am learning as well, and you can be part of the conversation again by dropping your comments and your questions and any other concerns that you have. So again, thank you, Mom Erica. So we are talking about women in our life, in our families, in our society. And like she rightfully said, she said we were made to support. So before you get married, what can you also do to contribute to the family before you get married?
Before you get married?
Yeah.
As a woman?
As a woman.
Okay, so let's go to our culture, our society.
Okay.
If you're a woman and you're not married, technically your parents will be taking care of you.
Okay.
Okay, but if your mom is not there, you play certain roles that your mom does. They say you cook, you take care of your siblings and all that.
Okay.
You take care of the house. But when you become married, that's why you take the full responsibility.
Mm.
But if you are in the house and you are still single, you study what your mom does, you do what she does. If she's not there, and do all.
Okay. Okay. So let me ask you:
Mhm.
do you think in the household, in the house,
Mhm.
before our girls go off to get married, they are the only ones that are supposed to learn how to cook, clean, and put things together in the home?
No, that is not it. But the thing is, you asked me about the woman.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was emphasizing on the woman. But men are also supposed to be trained. I have 2 boys and a girl. The boy is no more in the house, but what he can do, I bet you cannot even do that, because I train him to be like a woman, to do what I expect my husband to do for me. So when he gets married or when he get out there, he'll be able to take care of himself and also help others. So
All right, so it's vice versa. It's not just the role of woman. Okay, and I think one of the things that in our culture we get stuck on is the fact that women are supposed to support. So can women also be the ones that are doing something that needs support from men, or is it always women that are supposed to support?
you have to be very specific about this question, because when you talk about support, a support is supposed to come from a woman. We are helping, we are helpers, we are supporting. They are like a tree that is about to fall.
Okay.
So something has to be what? Supported.
Okay.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So if a man is supporting a woman, that means the woman has taken in charge the role of a man. So a woman is supposed to be a supporter. We cannot be in charge.
We cannot be.
We cannot be in charge.
Okay.
We're supposed to be a supporter.
Okay. I think this topic is going to be a little bit controversial because you were saying a woman is not supposed to be in charge, that we were made to support. So
we
now
can never be in charge.
we can never be in charge.
A woman can never. You cannot take charge. You have to support. You have to give ideas. You have to suggest. Can we do it? I suppose. I think we should. But you cannot say, I want us to do that. That means you are commanding. You are taking charge
of it. Okay.
Yeah, but you cannot do that.
Okay. Why can women not be in charge?
I know this program is mainly English, but sometimes I'll say a me person me person me the country that on say basi anaye ma me money aje.
Okay.
The entire America say no. Bema onyame bo bema first.
Okay.
God created a man first. And our day oba bekan. So let's say I'm in my house. And now Madam Father and I will be up. So oba no started so oba be take in charge of their mayor. Oh, many say no so na. O plant one ma oba be say. One we how many panel abram. It is sana be mate. Onyame bo be ma say. Or you hope. No do obi be can because in never they cannot do it by themselves. And yes, they can do it too, but they cannot do it by themselves. So they need someone to help them in a certain ways, someone to be with them, very emotional when they go down, someone to lift their spirit up and all that. And yes, say, you kind of say, or bind to me, but somebody has to help them. That is the way I
okay. All right. And for the viewers that don't speak our language, just to summarize it, all that she's saying is that in the beginning of creation, God made man first. And that is why man command, and women are there to support. And so what we do is we can suggest, but we cannot command. So ultimately, the final decision will boil down to the man. And she's saying that men can do certain things for themselves, but sometimes when without women they cannot be complete. That's what she's saying. So this week we were having a conversation that in our community, especially the Ghanaian community, there are certain words or there are certain statements that we make that has almost channeled men, like the mind of men, that it's wrong for my wife to leave. So let me cite an example. When you take a look at like people here in America, and when they get married, a certain gender roles they don't play. So they will sit down and realize, okay, the man is better at cooking, but the woman have a certain qualifications or skills that when she goes to work, she will be able to make more money for the family. So in that sense, let the man be the one that take charge of like that affair, which is maybe the cooking, or maybe even career-wise, the man is a chef. You know, so he's going to do the cooking in the house and everything to do with the food, and the woman maybe she has other skills outside, so she goes and make. But in our society, when we look at those things, we kind of frown down upon it. It's almost like no matter what, it has to be the woman that goes to the kitchen. No matter what, it has to be the man that works that hard shift, because even if the woman has a certificate or degree, because of we don't want the woman to be in charge, or we are afraid the woman is going to command. We don't want the woman to do that. We always want to keep the woman in the kitchen or around domestic things. So do you think it's okay for us to continue that way, or are we like in a place where right now everybody will bring their skill to the table for the benefit of the family?
Thank you so much, Owusua. This is very broad and it's very interesting. To me, it's all about where we find ourselves.
Okay.
Let's cast our mind back to Ghana.
Okay.
So when we go to where we come from, a man is working for a woman to be at home. I mean, bring something to the table. That was before. Now all the women are working. Even though the men are working and the women are still working, the women are supposed to work, go to the kitchen and do something. But it depends on the couple.
Okay.
It shouldn't, and look at a fat amount for it shouldn't concern what people say, oh yes, it's my house, this is my house, it's me and my husband. Okay, my husband is very good at cooking. I'm also good, but I work, he also work. In this case, if I'm working today and he's not working, he can offer to cook, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but that does not mean that if I'm home, because he knows how to cook, I should just command or tell him, are you not going to cook today? No, that is wrong. Okay, so we can all share it. Let me put myself as, let me give you an example, and I'm putting myself as one of the, my husband is really good when it comes to cooking. He cooks, he does everything. But when it comes to, the money is there, of course I use it to pay electricity bill, all that. He has given me the authority, I mean, how do I say it? Well, mommy writing said, yes, so I'm the one paying the bills. I do the financing, but he is very good. He tells his friends, and my wife, they say, what are they shop? Because I know how to, what I say, into Obia dear, or yeah, dear. And until in Yamipo Nipa, you know. And he said, if God has given you that, said, oh, and you can manage the affairs in the house. When I bet my managers can, you can do this. Nessa who say very good. Now he is a man who can stay in the kitchen or sit in the kitchen and cook something or make something for you guys to eat. Don't make it feel like said your man or your husband is not a cook and you are the one in charge. Okay. The word in charge is what we're supposed to take it out. He is what helping you. So a woman can never be in charge. What I say. So if he is doing that way, do not say that I'm in charge, I'm the one doing it. No, you are helping. Okay, yes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about women, our roles in our families, and we're going to dive into the broader in the society, and we're going to even dive into the whole world as a whole. So right now we're talking about in the home, what women we do, and our contributions and all that, and Auntie Erica is saying that in our families, it is the responsibility of the women to support the husband. And when it comes to certain roles, we as a couple have to decide what works for us. But just because some men are good with the domestic part of the home doesn't mean that we, the women, are supposed to command them to do that. They are doing that to help or to support the family. Please remember, you can be part of the conversation. Drop your questions, drop your comments, and we will read it and discuss that as well. And please remember to share. And one of the things that I want to touch on too, I know we just, everything that we just said right now is centered around the married woman. But let's talk about the single women, the single ladies. What is it that they can also, what is it that they are supposed to also do to contribute to our families? Because I know you said that even in the home, before you get married, you are technically the responsibility of your parents. But what do they also bring to the table? Sometimes in our community, we make it seem like single women are almost irrelevant. like just because they're not married, there is no value to them, or they don't even bring anything to the table.
What table? What are they contributing to?
Their family.
The family, okay.
Yes.
So you're talking about the family, their homes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you talk from what age to what age? So you have to look.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm talking about somebody that has graduated, that's working, but they are not married.
They are already outside their house.
20s. Yeah, mid-20s and up, or even early 20s and up, that have worked.
Mm-hmm.
They have graduated, they are working,
yes.
and they are home.
Yes, those people are already out of the house. They are already out of the family. They have rented their own apartment. They are living their life. Their responsibility is just come and see how their parents are doing, and if they need maybe some financial assistance. It depends on the person. If they can afford, then they should support them. That is the only thing they can do right now. And then also what? Take care of their siblings, the younger ones, if they can or if they will. Because yes, if they don't want to do it, you cannot force them. It's our responsibility to bring our children up, to train them, make sure they become somebody. And we are not going to benefit from them. Parents are not supposed to be benefiting from their children. No, that is not how it's created. We have to pray that they also find their own partners to go and join together to be over to build their own home. So it's willing, if they will to, if they want to help, that's okay. They can financially help their parents or their siblings, but it's not by force for them to help.
And so they don't really basically have a. Is that why we look at them as if they're irrelevant?
They are very relevant. It depends who want to be.
Okay.
Yes. Why not? They are our children. But we have to make sure that they come up good. They don't depend on us, and they won't go to the street and do what you don't want them to. Yes. But they are very relevant to the family. They are very important.
Okay. So while they are living by themselves now, they don't have a man that is in command. So at that point, it's okay for them to be in command of their own life, or are they supposed to still be under the command of their father, or who is supposed to?
I don't think they should be. If they want their father to command them, they won't leave the house and go.
Okay.
But the father can suggest, I suggest you should do this. You are my daughter, or you are my son. We don't command our children these days. That was before. My dad can come to my house even when I'm married to come and slap me or beat me because I did something wrong. Now you can't even do that. They will tell you that they leave my house. So it has to come with love. You have to love them by telling them what to do. But commanding them is no. They will not accept it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is We Need to Talk. We are talking about women. We are talking about our roles that we play, the single, the married, and the in-between. So what about the one that is still at home? The single woman that's still living under her father's roof?
If you are living under your father's roof, yes, you have to obey and you have to do what they say. Because you allow yourself to be there. You have refused to grow. You have to grow. From 18 years, you are old enough to live there and start a family.
So living at home means you are not matured enough, or you are not grown.
I'm not going to use the word mature, but you are still under your father's umbrella.
Okay, so you're supposed to be treated
as a child. But no, you cannot treat her as a child. But at least you have to take some command, not command, some advices and stuff from your father, even though you are still living.
So what if you don't take the advice from
you are out of my house, you'll be gone. I will let you. You live in my house, you do what I say.
But okay.
By my rules. It is a maybe you don't even provide. I provide for you, my wife. Some of them cannot do. Your mom, which is I'm talking as a man, the man's wife cook for you, you come and eat, and you don't do what I say, you are out of my house.
So you have a daughter that's in their mid-20s. They are working, but because of respect and because of our culture, because in our culture, no matter how old you are, it seems like no matter how old you are, unless you get married, you're supposed to always be in your family's house.
That is wrong. You are not supposed to. You are not supposed to. And that was, I'm not going to use before. It depends on, our country, Ghana, baby free. Somebody will be like 30 years and the person will still be in school. And who is taking care of them? The parents. What you say? And on the more motina omo ebusun fee and also omo papa fee because the father is still taking care of you. You are a student, you can't take care of yourself. Right? But whereby me bano who are 21, 22 when you're in university, you have the right to leave if you want to. I cannot force her to leave. But if she wants to leave, that's okay, she can leave. But I'm not going to tell her to stay in my house because I need privacy with my husband at that time. What are you doing in my house? You know,
close
to do what?
So, do you think it's advisable that right when they graduate, they're supposed to leave the house?
It's not going to be right after. But if they have a job, if they are good, if they can take care of themselves, we know our children. We know who is responsible and who is not responsible. But when they are responsible enough and we know that they can make it out there, we will encourage them to go out there so they can prepare their mind for marriage.
Can they not prepare their mind for
No,
marriage?
some of them will not.
Wow.
They will be more comfortable staying with their parents. At this time, I said, no, I'll be more comfortable. But the point is, so who entertain now? There's no way saying I've been over focus on being so papa worry. Yeah. So what I
So do you think when people leave their parents' house, that pushes them to want to get married?
It's not pushing, but it encourages them. It depends on the person who's going out there. That's what I say. Our children, we know who is responsible and who is not. Some of them are very responsible, and you know that they can make it out there. So you encourage them, you talk to them, you advise them, you tell them what to do, what not to do. If they take it, it will help them. Those who are not responsible, we try as much as we can to at least help them to be there because they cannot stay with you for the rest of their life. They will still go whether they like it or not. If you are a girl in my house, I also worry about a man, so I have to make sure you go and marry a man. What I say?
So what makes the difference between what makes the difference for one to be responsible and one not to be responsible?
Okay. Also, I said, or be a responsible. If someone is responsible, you know the way they carry themselves, the way they clean, the way they organize stuff, the way they talk. When they see a man, they are not rude. They smile when they're supposed to. They respect you as a mother and as a father. Even their own brothers, the way they talk to them, it will tell you that when you go there, he's going to be a good wife to the husband or the person that he's going to marry, right?
Okay. All right, so I'm so sorry. I didn't even see these comments, so let's go ahead and go through it. Okay. A lot of people were complaining about the sound, but I believe it's fixed. Faustina said, that's a very vital question. Can women also receive support from men for a woman's vision? Example, like what our host is doing. Does a husband have to support or not?
Oh, that is yes. Okay, you can support. You are talking about support in marriage. That is where a woman is supposed to support. But when it comes to something that a woman is doing, oh yes, a man is supposed to support their wives. Some men are not like that. Some men are really, how do I use this word? Jealous.
Okay.
Omo wife will cry at home when your friend said, Omo so they will not support them. But some men are really there. I see that your husband is very supportive, man. He's supporting you. I can see that the way he's doing the lighting and everything. That is what a married man or a husband is supposed to do when their wife has something doing or they want to do something. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because I was going to say, do you believe that especially in our culture, those words or that scripture about women being the support and not being the ones to lead is why some men take advantage of is what some men take advantage of, and they feel like because the woman is supposed to support in every part of their life, they have to be the ones that is bringing that vision, or it has to be their vision that the woman is supporting, and they don't allow the women to also have visions that they can support as well.
That means that man is not a married man.
Okay.
He thinks he's a boss in his own workplace, that he has hired someone to come and work for. We are not there to work for them. We are there to be. We become one. We are one. But the thing is, what they can do, we cannot do the same thing because they are men. no matter what. God has given them everything, but we only came to come and support them. But if you're a man and you don't want to seek your wife's welfare, then you are not a man. You are not a married man. Because baby, be our done, you know, or better send a rebel, ever cost. So what I said, that's what they say. Every successful man, there is what? A woman behind him.
You know they changed that phrase, right?
They cannot change it.
Well,
There's nothing we can change.
That's what they have changed. They
How?
said, besides every successful man, there is a woman, a hardworking woman.
A hardworking woman.
Beside. Before we were saying behind every successful man, because again, you know, words are very powerful.
Powerful.
And sometimes, if you're not careful to explain, somebody might misunderstand and act the opposite. So again, with the behind.
So who changed it from behind to beside?
Whoever.
And how is it changed? Why?
Well, let me say, whoever even came up with that phrase, I don't know who it was, and whoever edited it, I don't know. All I know is that that's how they're saying it now. But I was going to explain a little bit on that. That when we use a word as behind, in an I don't want to say an average person, but in somebody's mind, what they are understanding is because of such words or such phrase, the woman always has to be behind. So example, like we were talking about even the show when you mentioned my husband. So if a man is like a very typical African man, let me cite this example. This is why in the olden days, women were not allowed to be educated. But nowadays, it's not like that. Now
they were not allowed to.
They were not educated. We were always domesticated. We were in the house, learning how to cook, learning how to clean, learning how to raise children, learning how to do house chores. But education was not allowed till later. Now we are in a world where some men are getting high school degree, but some women are getting PhDs. So we have, let's say we have a couple where the woman has a PhD and the man has a high school degree. You know, it's a big gap. Now, if the man wants to make money for the family with his degree, it will take a lot of time and a lot of energy to get that money. But with the degree that, this is just a cited example.
Yeah, I'm listening.
And then this woman with the PhD, for her to make money, especially from the same job that that man is, it's going to take less time and less effort. But when we have that notion that women are supposed to support, some minds have captured that. That means that no matter what skill, qualification, strength, or whatever the woman brings to the table, hers is always to support. So you hear some men saying that, oh, I have to be the breadwinner. So he will go and look for 5 jobs and let that woman either work something small or not even work, because he doesn't want the woman to be behind every successful woman. There is a man, because he doesn't want to hear that.
So in this case, in the Burma, and I'm Burma be a fairy said, or the public send a year more pace and an year support more, and an year more money come to the house. So he has to go there and find job in order for him to provide more.
Because of the fear that if the woman works and get that more, that means that.
Where is that fear coming from? Because a husband supposed to, why you fear? Where is the fear coming from?
They are afraid because of the man doesn't want to hear that, oh, that man has a successful wife.
No. If there is a fear, that means the man is afraid of his wife. The way they will say, I'm sure, the way we talk, some good men are tending to be something like that. Because when I be in one of said you or $10,000 a month, now they did $20,000 a month. Then because in the area about they have a good understanding, the same accord. No one himself fine. Me read we have an obeying take. Me know me alone, Thomas, and who knows that Erica is making more than my husband Fred. Nobody knows me, but we, our mouth, we'll go out there, me cry, me no cry, me make his cancer, no to send them to in front of the children. So what I say, cry then away, me make it this. As I remember now, sometimes when we feel say, oh, put my laser, you are becoming so the person has to find something, your dog will have to go find something to balance. Other than that, we'll be our so what else? That's why they start using those ones. The last time we can send no baby said, baby, baby, and the man is doing lesser than what the woman is doing. Inti samba no sir, muni or dopa, genuine agape love. Obe katani maso, obe katani kunachi, obi no. So bani kasape, be mani feel said, to say the irimu. I feel no okoba, who make his casting. You making more than me. You doing this more than me. But sir, me making more money. Let me come make it lesser. A certificate. It's just a paper. Me who I am that certificate did not marry me. He marries me. I've opened on my that certificate. He got it, or he got the certificate, or she got a certificate. One more worry. So if your husband was able to help you become a nursing. More level in friends say LPN and I gave you RN and I gave you not from there no because said now you are making more than who ain't you know NTDA and wouldn't someone who making our rain you didn't know that one for sure. So what else? It's your worry Trump they have it all.
Okay,
you get it. Yes, ma'am.
I want to summarize.
Go ahead.
She's saying in essence that men are afraid when their wives are progressing because of the way women we talk. Because when women are making more, we tend to use certain comments like, I'm the one that's paying higher bill, I'm the one making more money in front of the children, which disgraces the man and hurts their ego. Okay. So in that sense, men don't want that. But you know, you rightfully said that some men are even jealous of their wives.
Very. Some are. Some
Why
are. They are not. Look, let me give you an example. There's this guy. They are both in New York. The man and the woman is very good. The man is an IT, all-time IT. The man is very good. But when the woman came, he went to Ghana and married this lady. Brought her. She's very beautiful. She became a nurse, right? And then she was very good. And this guy came to the house and said, hey, Kojo, but your wife is more intelligent than you. Look at the honor award that she had. This man took it personal. Ni bufu ni muma wanene kasa for just some few you know what take it a unit for what you think you are smarter than me. How will your man do this to a wife because someone else came to your house and say, oh, I know you are smarter, but your wife is what? More smarter than you. You know, some men are, but not all men. Those who don't want their wife to, you know, progress, go somewhere, do something for themselves. Okay. Those are the real Ghanaian typical African
mindsets. Okay.
Yes.
But when your wife is successful or progressive, is it not for the benefit of your family?
That's why it comes to your question that you said. That if we women will humble ourselves to be what a woman is supposed to do and we progress and we use that money or that whatever to support the family, then men will not be jealous. Some men will. But those who are jealous, then no matter what you do to them, they will be jealous. But those who are not jealous, it will benefit them. So it's two different things. Some men, no matter what, they want to be the boss. I'm in charge. I'm the man. Such a man, I don't want to meet one in my life. Yeah, I know, because if you are a man, go be a man, that man that you want to be. I know you are a man. I'm here to help you. And you get what I'm saying? Yes.
All right, so let me read a few of the comments and we'll pick up from there.
Okay.
Tamika said, marriage is a partnership. When I go to my husband, it's not a command. Yeah. It's not even a suggestion. It's something that will make sense for our family. Something that will benefit our family. She said, because he trusts my judgment, he doesn't look at what I'm asking as a command, and he knows I'm looking out for the overall benefit of our family. My husband is the head of our house. I know my place, but together we know that we both are intelligent enough to make decisions that will carry our household further. And then she said, yes, God created us to be helpmates. And behind significance, that I was created to always be in the shadow of my husband.
But what she said, it depends on, yes,
that behind signifies that I was created to always be in the shadow of my husband. Besides signifies that I was created to be his helpmate, standing beside him as a support system. And then Faustina said, I know a 35-year-old man. He lives alone, owns a land, has a good paying job, but is not ready for marriage. If a person is irresponsible, it doesn't matter if they live alone or pay their own bill. But to what Tamika
said, let me say something. Okay. It depends on the way you said, what she said.
Yes. Okay, so she was addressing behind every man because she said.
No, she was okay. First, she addressed that she wasn't commenting, but she's suggesting. Yeah, it depends on the way you say it.
Okay.
So what I said, the way we say stuff to our partners sometimes will make them feel like you are commanding it, or you are just communicating, right? How do we communicate? So it depends on the way we say.
Okay. And then also the comments about she said that we don't like to use the behind because when you're behind it means you're in the shadow. But besides mean that this person is here to support you. Okay. And then Faustina's comment of she said it doesn't matter where the person is living. When the person doesn't want to be responsible or they're not ready for marriage, they will not be ready for marriage. And then Mosquito TV said women talk too much. Sometimes men keep quiet and think before making decisions. But as a married, to the point that he's making, as a married man, that you know you have a wife, and like you rightfully said, we are supposed to be helpmates. How do you keep to yourself? Why, like he's saying that men, because men talk too much, men just keep quiet and then they think before they make decisions. Are they supposed to do that, or are they supposed to?
That man will always be a man, and the woman is the wife. That particular man's wife is always going to be a woman, because a woman, no matter what, we will talk, we will voice it out. But if you're a man, you're supposed to listen to your wife, because women like to pour what is in our heart, and man's supposed to listen to whatever is coming. It's not all of them that is a trash, because he started that women talk too much. What are they talking about? Are you listening to what is coming from your wife's mouth? You are not a listener, but you want your wife to keep quiet, and what you are doing is wrong. We women have foresight. Men, excuse my language, some men don't have foresight. We see afar. So when we say, it comes to pass. So every man who does not want to listen to what a woman is saying and take something out of it, go sleep and think about it, that man would think that or say that his wife talked too much. No, the woman doesn't talk too much. You are rather not doing the right thing that you're supposed to do as a man. If you are a man and you do the right thing, your wife will keep her mouth shut. Yes. What your wife wants to see, do it for your wife to see. And that way what? The woman will keep quiet.
Okay. Thank you all for joining us live today. Again, this is We Need to Talk. You know, every time we sit down and have a conversation, it opens my mind that there is so much that we need to talk about. And even today, what we are addressing, even though we hit on some things, there are so many things that we can still talk from there. Even in regards to the communication in the marriage, when women are talking, men are saying we talk too much. But one thing that I was really thinking about, I think this weekend was, you know, when God made Adam, and he said he is not yet complete, and he had to make Eve. And in making Eve, he didn't just start afresh by, he took something from Adam and then created Eve, and now they became a unit that are perfect. And in God's creation, when you read through the Bible, it always uses the word to. That makes things perfect. So as a man, by yourself, you're imperfect. And that is why you even entered the institution of marriage. Now, if you went the right channel and chose the right partner, why would you not want to add on? Because no matter what, because something was taken out of you, you can never be perfect by yourself. But it is the togetherness of the man and the woman. So why is it so difficult, or why is it that men, and I mean this is not going for Auntie Erica because obviously she's a woman, she might answer some, but the men that are watching her, why is it so difficult for you to come together with the wife and make the unit complete so that you'll be able to progress or do what God wants you to do? Why do you, like he said, men rather want to go and think? You were thinking when you were single and you realized that you needed somebody to come and help you, so you go forward. So why are you still doing what you were doing when you were single? Why are men still like, why is it so difficult for certain men or some men to listen to their wives? Like you said, what they're saying sometimes makes sense too.
I understand, but the point is that some men are married, but they are still not married. They don't understand what is called married, right? Or marriage. Is that how we call it? Yes. So if you don't understand what you're doing, you would think that the other person is making noise in your ears. So if a man really understands what is called marriage, right, and really understand a woman as a whole, that man will not listen to his wife as something making noise and just go sit down and think. What are you thinking about? Are you doing what your wife is telling you? I'm not telling you about what you did wrong, is what your wife is telling you about, right? Oh, you did this, maybe it's not good. Why did you do that? You are not supposed to do it. Instead of you to say, I'm sorry, let's continue, next time I'm not doing that again. You not do it. You just go and repeat it and do the same thing. So if your wife keep on saying, then you start saying that your wife knacks or what? She talks too much. No, it's because the men are not doing what they are supposed to do. A man do a man thing, a woman does a woman stuff. So yeah, do it.
So
that's how God created.
Man is supposed to do what men are supposed to do. A woman do what women are supposed to do. Tamika said right, depends on what we are talking about. Some men don't like to listen and they end up costing the family gravely.
That is true. That is perfect. Tamika, thank you so much for that. Yes. Every man who does not listen, right, at the end of the day will cause the family a big harm. And it will come back to us. Then he will come back to you and start crying to you. I'm sorry, but go and solve the issue. He will go and repeat it and do the same.
She said yes, just marrying to say I'm married. 0 out of 0 stars. Do not recommend. So women, especially young single women, there's a lot cut out for you. When you're getting married, you want to make sure that you're marrying a man that just doesn't want the title of married man, but they understand the institution
what
that
is called marriage.
Into. So thank you all again for joining us live for We Need to Talk. My name is OWUSUA. Please remember to join us live now, today, and every Sunday from 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. This month of March, we are talking about women, and all that we do in our society, our life, our families, and the world as a whole. We will be back next week. Please remember you can follow us on Facebook and on Instagram as We Need to Talk. Remember to subscribe if you've not done so. And very soon, we will just be bringing you a show on Saturday. So again, thank you. My name is OWUSUA. Auntie Erica, your last words before we end the show.
Tamika, thank you so much for your comment. I love it. And I'm going to read over and over and over because it makes more sense. Mosquito, we like your comment, but please, you have to start listening to your wife because there are some stuff that will make sense to you. You think it doesn't make sense, but the thing is that if they don't know what they are talking about, I don't think they will be talking. My name is Akosua from Poma. You can call me Erica. We will love you guys to follow OWUSUA TV, share and subscribe, please. If you haven't done it, or if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And do that. We thank you. We'll be here again next time.
Thank you. Mr. Mosquito, I know you said you want to be on the program. Okay, you can call us at 817-751-0428. Again, it's 817-751-0428. And for anybody that wants to sponsor the show, it's the same number, 817-751-0428. you contact us and we will put you on there. Mr. Mosquito, we are looking forward to hearing from you. America, he said he wants to meet you one-on-one because I think certain things you said, I think is very interesting to him.
I would love to
And we would
meet you
love
as
for
well.
you to
Yes.
be here, so we hear the varying opinions. Thank you all again. Please remember again, next week we are live on OWUSUA TV.
Yes.
Go on YouTube, subscribe, make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified. Thank you.